Good afternoon, and thank you for tuning in to Hotty Toddy News. I'm Kennedy Glanzer. Last night, Mississippi's Institution of Higher Learning named Larry Sparks as interim chancellor. That's the school's short-term move, but we still aren't sure who Ole Miss's next chancellor will be. We spoke with students to find out what they'd like to see in their new chancellor.
I hope that our new chancellor is inclusive of all types of people and has the university's best interest in mind.
Out of a new chancellor, I'd like to see someone who is loyal to the students and the students' priorities.
What I'd like to see from the new chancellor is just someone who has passion and pride for Mississippi.
The Thanksgiving holiday begins for Ole Miss students and staff today. With more than half of students being from out of state, a lot of them are planning on to return home and staying in Oxford.
I'm gonna crutch my way back home and eat some good food.
I'm going home for Thanksgiving, and we're just having some family over and frying turkeys. So we're having like friends come over too, and I'm excited because I don't get to go home very often.
I'm honestly probably just gonna stick around. I'm gonna stay with my brother here, so I'm just gonna kind of relax for the whole week.
Ever wonder how behind the scenes of a newscast works and who makes that possible? Hotty Toddy reporter Carson King sat down with station manager Abby McIntosh to find out.
On the day-to-day, I'm in no later than 11:30. I start crafting the show.
Abby McIntosh is the station manager for Newswatch Ole Miss.
I'm picking stories, I'm placing them in the rundown, deciding what kind of video I want, visual I want the story to be.
McIntosh is in charge of more than 40 employees working to craft a live newscast daily at 5.
Our editorial meeting anywhere from 2:45 to 3, meaning we just run down the rundown.
McIntosh ensures everything runs smoothly and works out any kinks until showtime. She says the job is tiring, yet rewarding.
I'm just one of those people that I can't go to sleep unless my work's done, so I'm exhausted all the time, but I love it.
Being station manager is no easy job, and news producer Gracie Snyder works closely with McIntosh each day.
She literally is the heartbeat of the show, and without her, the show wouldn't be possible.
Though McIntosh is soon to give up her position, she does have one piece of advice for the next person to fill her role.
The show goes great, awesome, but if the show goes horribly, leave it at the door. Don't bring it home. Vent to whoever you need to vent to, but I can't go home and dwell on a show that I can't fix anymore.
Carson King, Hotty Toddy News.
You can find McIntosh any day throughout the week at the SMC until the new station manager is named in early spring. Ole Miss Intramurals has decided to shift the team fee from the captain to each player. This has caused a decrease in overall participation. Hotty Toddy reporter Brianna Flores has more.
The Intramurals office has changed their team payment policy, a change Supervisor Bailey James says is beneficial to all players.
Players can choose between a one-time, which is a $5 pass and allows for them to play on one team, whether that's women's, men's, or co-rec. And then they can choose to upgrade that from there for $10 or get the original $15 unlimited play pass.
Intramurals participation has declined since the new policy. Flag football player Natalie Vaughn feels the lack in participation is a direct result. Vaughn's team is only one of 2 teams in the women's division this season.
I feel like when the whole group paid, more people played. And now that it's individual, people don't want to sign up because they don't want to pay.
The Intramurals office says money made from player passes pays for new equipment and other needs, like taking care of the grass fields. And the new policy will continue into next semester. Brianna Flores, Hotty Toddy News.
So that's what's going on with intramural sports. But how about the Rebels football team? Ole Miss heads to Nashville to take on the Vanderbilt Commodores tomorrow. Both teams come into this game with a 1-5 record in the SEC and conference wins against a bottom-feeder Arkansas team. Ole Miss is coming off of a loss to Texas A&M. They'll need to execute on deep passing plays again this week. Defensively, the Rebels haven't been able to stop anyone they face, so they'll be relying on turnovers to slow down the Commodores' attack. If Ole Miss can sustain drives from running the ball, they can minimize Vandy's home field advantage. Tomorrow is the final away game. They'll play Mississippi State in the Egg Bowl for their season finale on Thanksgiving Day at Vaught-Hemingway Stadium. Kickoff is set for 6:30 p.m. That's all we've got for you today. Thank you for tuning into Hotty Toddy News. I'm Kennedy Glanzer. Goodbye.